It's Ellie.
And it's Liv. Next.
Restart that. Everything is happening.
What?
When?
Now.
Right now.
Ugh.
Cheers.
Sometimes you hear some news. Sometimes you have to send your foster dog back to the adoption center. Sometimes you think it's going to be the end of the world like we did today with the tornado that never occurred. Sometimes everything's just fucking happening and you just have to take a damn shot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Elliot, you need to speak into it.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all of the people who have taken a leap of faith in just seeing our profile, watching our viral clip and being like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a follow because we love you.
Or accidentally click the follow button while watching our reel. We appreciate you all the same.
This is just for all the people. So if you're a person, this one's for you.
All right, cheers. We're getting spicy tonight. So we haven't chatted in a while because Liv and I went to Seattle and we did a Seattle focused podcast. So a lot's been going on. Everything's been happening in life.
Literally, I feel like I've lived a lot of lives since we last were here in these chairs. I haven't sat in these chairs since the last time I sat in these chairs.
We actually did decide to go to a little, well, I guess it wasn't even a happy hour, but in our mind it was, during the tornado before this. So
as much as I appreciate the city of Chicago for giving us a warning that there's a tornado, I just never believe it. And maybe that I'm the girl that cried wolf, but until I see the tornado, I'm still going to go out if it's 80 degrees and warm.
yeah, every time there's a tornado watch, it gets a little windy and nobody cares. Nobody in the city cares. There's people walking their dogs. There's
unbothered.
People outside having drinks on the patio. I just don't really trust the weather anymore because even today it said it was going to be 60 and then it was 75 and then it was 86 and then it was a tornado.
I'm curious, why do we even have the weather if it's never right?
I think people like to try. Who actually runs the weather app and are you actually just fucking with us? Should we just toss a little snow in and get everyone to wear winter coats this morning?
I think if I was a weatherman or meteorologist, I would be 70% chance of rain when I know it's 10%, just because people would be like, oh, damn, it's going to rain. And then when they see it sunny, they're like, oh my God, the weather was wrong.
Just to boost their mood.
Yeah.
It's supposed to rain today and now it's not.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You ever watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Yeah, I don't really like that movie.
I don't either.
It's kind of stupid.
I don't really remember the preface of it.
I think there's just a ton of large food items falling from the sky the entire movie.
It doesn't really make sense.
Because it's fictional.
I know, but most fictional movies have a sense of oh, that could happen. I'm thinking of Ratatouille, that could happen.
No. A talking rat? What about
No, the rat never talked. He used the guy's hair to communicate.
Did he actually talk to him ever?
He never talked to the humans. He only talked to his rat friends. See, there was an element of oh, okay, that actually makes sense.
What about How to Train Your Dragon?
That's just cute. Meatballs falling from the fucking sky.
It's sandwiches and cheese and spaghetti.
Yeah, but how?
What else happens in the movie? I think the food just falls the entire time.
Honestly, I hate that movie. I'm just that movie should have never been made.
If that person can become a director, so can you.
Hell yeah. I have so many better ideas than Cloudy with a Chance of fucking Meatballs.
Okay, enough. You're gonna make him cry.
Sorry, man.
No, we're not. It's a terrible film.
You just told me to stop shitting on it, and then you go and shit on it again.
It's bad. All right, well, I think it's time to get into it.
I think it's time to stop being so negative.
We're gonna start with my in.
Are you really excited?
I'm really excited to share this because it's a core memory that was made for myself.
Do I know it?
Yes. I texted everyone I know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My in is chasing down the celebrities that you love if you know they're in town. I saw my favorite DJ, John Summit, was in town in Chicago. And he posted on his story that he's throwing the first pitch at the Cubs game. And we just so happen to live super close to Wrigley Field. So I, of course, decided to go to the box office that day and buy the cheapest tickets that we could. Me and a few friends went. My friend literally made up a fake excuse to leave work early so that she could go to this.
What was her excuse?
a doctor's appointment. She like ran into my house, got ready in like 2 seconds, threw on some Cubs gear, and we ran to the field.
But you're forgetting the part where you brought the giant cutout.
Well, that part's embarrassing. I don't even want to talk about
Oh
it.
my God. So Ellie made a giant cutout of John Summit because she loves him.
It's John Summit and Dom Dalla.
Okay.
Well, and I didn't act alone. I didn't just do this on my
But whose
thought of
idea
the
was
idea.
it? It was Ellie's idea. John never saw it?
No, John saw it.
He did?
I replied to his tweet with a picture of us outside Wrigley Field with the cardboard cutouts dressed in Cubs gear. I don't want anyone to know this. This is like embarrassing.
Oh my God, the world has to know. You literally tweeted it.
I said, we're ready. And he liked my tweet. Anyways, we asked 1 million people when the first pitch would be, and no one gave us a straight answer. So we just decided it's better to be early than late. So we ran in and we just started running straight down to the field. And he was literally right there. We were like, oh, wait, that's actually him right there. Like, literally right there. So then we were like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
I feel like when you meet a celebrity, you always are like, oh, I'm going to be so chill. And then it happens and you're like, who am I?
I got so embarrassed and I didn't know what to do. My friend Sarah just goes, hey, John! And he looked over and then we ran down because this was before the people who checked the tickets were even there. And so we walked right up to him with his family.
He is just like a normal guy. Like I think
know,
how
but-
old is he?
30?
No.
Yeah.
No, he's 3 years older than us.
No.
He's the older?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's 30.
He's 30. I knew it. He was born in 1994.
Oh my God, we're getting old.
So then we go up to the netting and he's right there with his family, with his dad.
Within arm's reach.
Within arm's reach, like we are face
Could
to
blow him a
face.
kiss and he'd feel it
we
on
go,
his face.
Hey, and he goes, hello. And then I literally blacked out. I didn't know what to say. I had nothing to say. And Sarah goes, we love you. Then she goes, can we take a picture? And so we got a picture. And then after that, I mustered up enough courage to say, good luck out there. And looking back, there were so many things I could have said.
Honestly,
It's better than nothing.
no, you at least spoke.
It's better that it happened than not at all. But I
Yeah.
really do wish I said a few other things. And then I was trying to think, because I was really embarrassed by the way that I reacted to meeting a celebrity. So then I was trying to think if there's any other celebrities that I've met, really. And
I met Alex Cooper.
oh, wait, what's the story?
It was a Thursday in Wrigleyville. Wrigleyville's just the spot for celebrities, I guess. Just kidding, definitely not.
But kind of.
You saw she posted on her story like Old Crow on the way. And
Wasn't it like a black screen?
yeah, it was like very cryptic, like no one even knew she was in Chicago.
Old Crow is like the most basic bar.
No, but like you have to see it.
Like you just need to go there.
So we like get to Old Crow before Alex has even made her arrival. I'm like at the door, like every 5 seconds, like turning, being like, is she here? Is she here? Is she here? Also, no one else at Old Crow was there because they were waiting for Alex Cooper. So we were like the only people anticipating her arrival, which made it amazing. She walks in with her friend Lauren. I think we like ran up. I was like, oh my God, hi, you're amazing. And then all of the girls see her and run up. She was like, tequila shots. And she ordered like 20 tequila shots for everyone around us. And I cheersed her glass. We took a shot. And honestly, she was great. She was just bubbly, fun. Like,
That's so fun.
she was just normal. I feel like we think of celebrities as these crazy people, but she's probably still navigating fame and navigating trauma just like anyone else. She just has a different career. And I honestly didn't think I would segue into this, but Kylie Jenner, if you're watching this, you've been posting more down-to-earth, relatable, this is me content. She literally posted a selfie, and she was like, pimples here, like, no makeup selfies. She posted the video of her and Kendall drunk at the beach. Like, I feel like she's kind of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be myself, and people like me or they don't. And I love that energy because that's the energy I try to embody on this podcast.
It's so weird to think about it because I was so nervous and like, for what, 5 years ago, John Summit was just DJing in the basement of a frat party saying, I want to be a DJ.
Like, he was literally like any one of our friends who's like, I want to be a DJ.
Literally.
And that's kind of how I think of Alex. It's like, she and Sophia just like started the podcast and they were like, we have no fucking idea where this is going, but it sounds fun. Let's give it a shot. And like, that's kind of like us. Like,
people don't like fame. It like probably sucks to just have random people approach you all the time, even when you don't want it. Like,
oh my God, I would be the worst famous person ever because I just tend to have a bitch face all the time and I don't really love being confronted in public because I get anxious. So I would just like probably never leave the house. Seeing followers or likes numerically doesn't scare me. And like, we get hate comments and I'm like, haha, that's funny. Like, they don't know me. But I will say if like someone confronted me in person and said something mean, I'd be like, that would impact me so much more.
I feel like you need to be a certain level, like Justin Bieber, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift gets hate. She got booed at the entire Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
That would suck.
Yeah, that would really suck.
And did you see her face?
Well, it's kind of just like, is this really happening? Like, I'm just a human. I feel like you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh it off. Shake it off. Shake it off. Love you, T.
We love you. Well, on that note, Liv, should we go to your end and just start super positive today?
Yeah.
What was that? Your slipper. Oh.
My slipper fell off and it's slipping around.
Literally 10:45. Okay, well, I'll give you your time for your slipper rap. Go ahead.
Slipper fell off and it's slipping around. It slipped off my foot and hit the ground. Oh, slipper, would you go? Oh, slipper.
We're cutting.
I went to the Jay Shetty show and it really had a profound impact on me. So I think my in is being the most honest, raw version of yourself, like unconditionally just like being who you are. That sounds really deep.
Explain.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
What was the show? What happened?
Yeah. So my friend Lizzie was like, this guy's coming to town. Do you want to get tickets? And usually when someone asks me to do something, I say yes without thinking anything through, which usually works out to my advantage. Sometimes it puts me in really weird situations, but in this case, it was great. I showed up at the Chicago Theater and there was this like crowd of people. And
This guy's super famous.
well, yeah, ish.
He's famous-ish?
He's got a following.
Okay.
He's got a following. He's met Kendall Jenner. He's Kobe. I didn't really know who Jay Shetty was. I meet my friend Leslie in line and I'm like, hey, so like, what the fuck is this? Like, give me the rundown. And she was like, this guy was a monk for 3 years and now has become like a spiritual, influential podcaster. And this show that we went to was all about kind of finding your purpose and just being your most authentic self, which was really refreshing for me.
I feel like it's kind of hard to host a podcast show.
Right. Because you're just talking.
I've never been to one.
But, well, we're going to Jake Shane.
We're going to Jake Shane Live on July 11th.
Jake, if you see this, love you.
So excited.
Anyway, so the show basically started out with everyone standing up and him being like, stay standing if you've ever been worried about what people think of you. Stay standing if you've ever stayed silent because you were nervous about what someone was going to say about you. Like, stay standing if you walk into a room and are so anxious about like what people think of you. And his whole thing was basically like, we are so concerned about what we think other people think of us. We are concerned with this narrative that we make in our own mind telling us that this person is thinking XYZ when we have no idea if that's what that person's even thinking. It would be like me sitting here being anxious about thinking Ellie thinks I'm fucking crazy right now and thinking that in my brain. But like, I don't even think
No, I'm actually really invested in this.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. We self-sabotage ourselves by making up these narratives about what everyone thinks of us. And I looked around and I was like, wait a second. Every single one of us has had a thought of self-doubt of insecurity or we're not good enough. Like, even the most confident people, even fucking Jay Shetty, who's a influencer for this like spiritual and self-help, I bet you he's had thoughts of self-doubt.
Also, I feel like you get so scared that someone's going to judge you, but if someone's judging you, it means they're basically trying to compare themselves to you and putting you down to make themselves feel better.
Right.
Which is an insecurity in itself.
And I find myself like, I judge people all the fucking time. And I'm like, why am I judging? And it usually stems from like, well, I'm jealous because she has these really nice clothes that I want, or she has this influencer life that I want, or whatever it is.
It's hard to recognize too, though. Like,
but when
it's
you
so
recognize
easy to
it
be
in
like,
yourself,
oh, look at this person. But then you're like, oh, I'm kind of thinking this because
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
It's not even I want what they have. It's I want what I think they have. Because I don't know the full truth. Maybe their life is fucking crazy and shitty and they hate themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I just watched the Black Mirror episode where there's this girl who can say whatever she wants in the world, and she puts herself in that reality where it comes true. So she can say, like, I'm an empress, and then she's the empress of the entire world. I feel like some of the morals of it is, even though you can put yourself within any sort of reality, there was one picture that she was married to Harry Styles. And there was one picture where she had climbed the Mount Everest. So she's accomplishing all these things, but at the end of the day, all she cared about was this one girl who spread a rumor about her in high school. So no matter how much you have and how many dreams you can accomplish, there's always going to be a part of you that, like, isn't satisfied.
Yeah.
So you just need to learn to, like, appreciate what you do have.
I think a lot of your problems stem from, like, the way you grew up or your insecurities, and, like, no amount of materialistic things are going to fix that. Like, you really need to search deep in yourself and learn to love yourself for your quirks and who you are and how you think and how you see the world, and, like, learn to admire all of that about yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you love yourself, then nothing else really matters that much.
I feel like it's also like a never-ending battle, though. Like, there's always going to be something that you're not happy with or you're not satisfied with, and it's just about kind of recognizing that. I saw something the other day that said, imagine yourself as an 85-year-old when you, like, your body isn't working the same and you can't do what you were once able to do, and some of your friends may not be around anymore, and you could put yourself back into this day to day. We sometimes may not be having a good day, and you might be, like, so upset because work is super hard and things suck right now and the weather isn't good. If you were 85 and looking back on this day, what would you, like, have done differently, knowing what you know now as an 85-year-old? And that literally made me stop in my tracks, because I'm like, I need to live every day right now like that, because we're so lucky to just have the opportunity to be alive and do whatever we want right now. And so being 85, I want to look back and say, like, I made the most of every single day that I've had, versus, like, I was so focused on what I was unhappy with in my life that I didn't allow myself to enjoy life.
No, I literally think about that all the time. I think about, when I'm 85, what do I want to say that I've accomplished in this world? Like, what do I want to say? Like, I'm on my deathbed, I'm glad I did that.
I just want to look back and be like, God, I had so much fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah. The only, like, really thing that I want to splurge on when I'm older, the only, like, non-negotiable for me is I want a lake house and a boat. It can be a shitty boat and it can be a shitty lake house.
Sailboat.
Literally. No, well, pontoon probably.
But with that, I like I was just on Dr. Phil.
This took a really weird turn.
This is not what I thought we were going to talk about.
No, this is, like, not really. I thought we'd be, like, more funny, more relatable. I feel like we haven't been relatable at all. I literally probably sound like I'm on drugs right now, but I have never felt more, like, relatable to the sign that says live, laugh, love.
Because your name is Liv.
Well, no. I just, you know how, like, everyone makes fun of those, like, signs that's like, this kitchen is for dancing, live, laugh, love. Like, as much as those signs are so cheesy, I fucking love that shit. You know what?
We need to go to home.
This kitchen is for fucking dancing. It's for break dancing. This kitchen's for getting down, getting dirty. And as cheesy as those things are,
so real. Whoever made those.
when you realize like life just is
A+.
funny and it doesn't need to be that serious, those signs become even better.
On that note, I'm pivoting. I'm doing a full 180 turn.
You don't want to live, laugh, love anymore.
I'm doing a skirt to my out, which is having a car. And this is why I never want to have a car again. I feel like they just cause more issues than they solve.
Yeah.
But the issue is there's not the same type of public transportation system in other states as there is in Chicago. So my suggestion to the world is to start creating speed trains to get from city to city so no one has to have a car anymore.
Dude,
and
literally.
And then we can stop flying as well. Because speed trains would just be the solution to everything.
But you know what? We actually especially need those speed trains built in New Jersey. Have you heard about Newark Airport?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
All I know is that one guy was managing like all the flights for 3 hours. He was like, take off clear, landing clear for 300 planes.
Like,
The FAA is fucked.
traffic is just getting insane. It is literally crazy. Sometimes it takes you longer to get somewhere here in a car than it does
Walking.
to walk.
I like honestly love public transportation because it's so nice to just, one, get an affordable ride, two, enjoy the scenery, and three, that's like time that I use to text back my friends, play a game of Sudoku.
You don't need to focus on it either.
I think of it as like gray space. Like, you ever heard of like the gray area? It's kind of like in between. You can really maximize the gray space in your day.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to, like if you have 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, it's 10 minutes a day. You do something for 10 minutes a day, every day of the week. That's 70 minutes. That's an hour and 10 minutes a week. An hour and 10 minutes for a month. That's 4 hours and 40 minutes. 4 hours and 40 minutes that you could be reading a book.
I brought my car to Chicago for maybe less than a year, and within that span of time, it got struck by another car. The full front bumper fell off. Luckily, he did leave a note. And then the next week, I ran over a screw and my tire got popped. And then if your tire pops, you need to replace all 4 of them.
I think that should go on Mythbusters.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's true either.
That makes it's something about like the tread of the tires. And other tires have gotten worn down, so if you put another one on, the
you
car
could
will
like
be
spin
uneven.
off. But I feel like,
well, can't you just find another worn down tire then?
I agree.
And then my air conditioning broke, and then my mirror fell off, so I had to duct tape it up.
I helped.
I had to pack my car with 8 people to drive to an engagement party, and
We held the mirror the entire time.
we literally, like, what's the tape? Gorilla Glue tape taped up the mirror.
We were like, oh, good to go.
And
Let's hit
literally,
it.
it took like 5 people to do that, and there was no air conditioning, so we needed to drive with the windows down.
On the
And I
highway.
think that was like the last good ride that car had in it. And not to mention,
Went out with a bang.
a million parking tickets, because then the next time I went to my car, it was fully dead. And then I started it up. We thought it was good. We started driving, and it shut down in the middle of the road. And that was when I decided to call it quits. And I've been happier ever since.
Honestly, same. I called quits with my car back in 2022 after I graduated college. I was like, goodbye. Goodbye, car. Hello, public transit. I've never been happier. It's cheaper. I set myself a budget of $150 to $200 a month on Ubers. That is like if I were to pay for parking in a parking building or whatever they call them, that's how much parking would be.
True. I've never even thought about that.
Or like insurance on your car. I'm assuming most people have like car payments and paying for gas. Like that's around like $500-ish a month. And I pay $200 a month on an Uber and use public transportation. So yeah, it can be a little bit more inconvenient at times, but also having a car is inconvenient. Like I sunk my car, like deadass sunk it, and it got totaled, and I had a phobia of water for like quite some time.
So
Let's end this thing on a low note.
let's wrap this up on a low note. Liv,
Let's actually just leave here depressed and unwell.
give us your out.
my out is fostering a dog.
That's funny because that was my in like 3 weeks ago.
Was it really?
I said adopt and foster.
Oh.
Liv took my advice.
The reason it's an out is because it had a very big emotional impact on me. I fostered Luna. Her real name is Amethyst. I hated that name, so I started calling her Luna because I would literally be walking her and people would be like, oh, what's your dog's name? And I'm like, Amethyst. And they're like, oh, what a beautiful name. I'm like, don't lie.
Foster dogs always have the weirdest.
Don't lie. I know Amethyst is fucking ridiculous. So after that, I was like, I'm not getting embarrassed again. Her name's Luna, and she looks more like a Luna, and she responds to Luna, and Luna is just who she's meant to be. Anyway, so she was like the cutest dog ever. I kind of have been impulsive lately / my whole life. And on a random Friday, was just like, oh my God, I got an email from the adoption center. They need people to take in dogs for their adoption event. Like, I'm going to do it. So then like an hour later, I was at the facility. I had 3 choices. It was either Almond, who's on meds, Amethyst, or Pickles. I chose Amethyst.
Didn't it say she was a biter?
Yeah, she was a biter. I drive home with Luna, and 2 minutes into her being here, explosive diarrhea all over the kitchen. Like I
She
said,
was probably nervous.
she 100% was nervous. But this is just classic me. I didn't think through anything. I didn't think through the fact that, oh wait, she's a puppy. Oh wait, she doesn't know that the outdoors is where you pee. Oh wait, she doesn't know anything. She's literally a new, fresh baby. And
Welcome to the world.
I also didn't think through the fact that I might have to travel for work, that I don't have a car to take her anywhere. Like, just all of these things that someone would probably think through. I just said, oh my God, foster puppy. Yep, let's do it. So yeah, in that moment where there was diarrhea all over my floor, I was like, oh my God, these next 2 weeks are not going to go as planned. And they didn't. They most certainly did not go as planned. But I will say they were the most heartfelt 2 weeks of my life.
Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm not going to cry. I already cried a lot of tears today.
Today was the day she had to give her back to the shelter.
Yeah. I literally feel like I went through a breakup. She was just so grateful to have a home for a little bit of time. And I think the thing that makes me the saddest is like I was her mom. Like she saw me as mom. Like I was her mother. When I dropped her off, I just like envisioned her, and this is probably what she's doing right now. She's probably in her crate in the kennel, so confused why she's back there. And it breaks my heart, honestly. I really do wish that I could have adopted her. I really wish that I could have found her a home with like my friends or family. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. And honestly, it's so weird, but it like made me think about relationships that I've been in, like comparing my foster dog situation to a relationship. But like I loved this dog more than anything in the world. Like she ran into the street and I was about to like throw my body in front of a car. Like I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like this dog is surviving. Like I've never felt that way about anything. Like I at all times will protect myself because I'm selfish. But this dog, I would have done anything. She chewed up my Ugg slippers. I was like, you know what? I was going to throw those out anyway. Snack on them. It made me realize that nothing in life is that serious. And like, I just wanted her to be happy. So, but anyway, it made me think about relationships because I was like, for the longest time, I thought that a situationship that didn't work out, I was like, oh my God, like it was me. Like I just wasn't good enough. Like I could have done this better. Like if I had done like something better, then like I would have been enough and it like would have worked out. And I just like thought that way for the longest time. And then after having this dog, I was like, oh my God, I literally loved this dog so much. I would do anything for her, but I am not at the point in my life where I can take care of a dog. I don't have a yard. I don't have someone to help me. Just like I knew that like I wasn't able to give this dog the best that she deserved.
And that's what you hear in relationships.
And exactly. I'm like, oh my God, wait, I am not the issue. The person who I was about to get into a relationship with, like literally just couldn't, and it's not a reflection of me. So now I'm like, oh my God, I'm still the perfect person that I thought I was.
Actually,
it's not
I'm
me.
perfect.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a crazy realization, but
Yeah,
but
realizing-
honestly, like,
It's true,
makes a
though.
lot of sense.
Yeah. So my out is don't foster.
Unless that's your thing. If you're not an emotional
Person, then foster.
yeah,
But I'm an empath.
yeah, me too.
Fostering is great if you're considering adopting a dog and you're ready for that in your life. But if you're not, then don't, because you will get emotionally attached and then you kind of have to go through like a weird type of breakup with a dog, and it's like not fun.
So live, laugh, love, sell your car.
Don't foster unless
Think
you're
about
ready.
it before you foster. And foster if you're not an empath
Lots of life lessons in this one. House is not a home without a dog.
or a cat. I live by that.
I live, laugh, love by that message.
So get out there, live, laugh, love. Don't take anything too seriously, and we'll catch you next time.
We love you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.